Hey guys, how you doing? Manny here again. So I suppose you're kind of wondering about that title, Holga versus AI. Well, I'll tell you something. AI is not going anywhere. That's for sure. It's gonna be the way things are gonna be forever from now on. I mean, if you're a just a person just having fun taking pictures. I don't think AI is not going to bother you whatsoever, because you can just go on to keep taking pictures all you want. You don't have to worry about AI. If you're a professional, yeah, you should be worrying a great deal about AI, because it may not be perfect right now, but it's getting better. It's getting better. And then businesses are always looking for a way to pay less for whatever they can. Okay. So businesses are always looking for a way to pay less for whatever they need. It's going to be a lot less expensive to have something generated by AI than to send a photographer out and do stuff. That's just the way that's just the way it's going to be. If you're a product guy, you always, we're having problems probably with 3D, to begin with, and now that AI is going to be doing a lot of that stuff, I'm sure of it. I've also seen apps where it's like, oh, upload a selfie, and the AI will turn it into a professional headshot, for your use. And I've seen stuff with like, who needs models? Who needs photographers? Just use our AI models and generate your own stuff through with own backgrounds and just models anyway and make them look any way you want to. You don't need hair and makeup. You don't need any of that stuff. You just use it all from AI generated stuff. Even Adobe's kind of like, even for like wildlife, it's just like, hey, and the Adobe ad is just like, hey, put a frog here. So that's not going to be great. So and for landscape things, people are going to start generating landscape photos with AI. It's going to be tough to sell prints and doing landscapes and everything else. Yeah, so it's going to be weird out there. So yeah, what are we going to do? How are we going to deal with it? That's the whole thing. The whole thing is that what's the difference between AI and us? Is that we're real. We're real people, and we don't do things perfectly, and you don't have to. I think that's probably where our strengths lie. In that we're real people and we do real things and we see the world a certain way. So that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to look up and see what makes you unique as a photographer, what makes you unique as a person. Use that instead of trying to fight AI, because buying a 100 megapixel camera, 200 megapixel camera is not going to do it. The equipment is not going to do it. As a matter of fact, that's why as I'm like Holga versus AI. That's why I bought myself a Holga. You know, um, because I think the way to go forward is by going low tech instead of going high tech. Maybe going backwards. I'm going to start playing around with some cyanotype prints. Maybe doing some rental darkroom opened up here, so I'm going to try doing some real prints instead of doing digital prints. Shooting film, making myself more real. I was listening to a story on the radio where the Authors Guild of America or whatever, they're created like a stamp that they can put on books that says like, this is from a real person wrote this, not AI. Maybe we got to start doing the kind of thing. This is a real image, not AI generated. So people know that this is not AI generated, that everything is by a person, done from a person, as opposed to some machine. That's how we got to start dealing with stuff. Because I'm just trying to sell prints occasionally, not doing anything, major right now or anything, not looking to do anything major, but yeah, it's definitely going to cut into everybody's business, no matter how you're doing it. The only people I think that are safe right now, photography wise, are probably event photographers. So people that are doing live events, weddings, that kind of stuff, parties, that kind of thing, that are doing really live things, sports, bands, because the AI won't be able to recreate that kind of stuff. So covering live events, if you're covering live events and you're doing that kind of thing, you probably don't have too much to worry about, because again, AI won't be able to keep in that for now anyway. Who knows later where that's going to all go? But for now, I think we just have to make ourselves more human than anything else, instead of trying to make ourselves more machine-like. We have to make ourselves more human and kind of looking at doing things the way people would do them, as opposed to making things perfect, because we're not perfect. There's always something wrong with something in our pictures or whatever. That's going to be, I think, what's going to be the saving grace of photography moving into the future, because AI is just going to be taking over everything. It's going to be, and the clients don't really care, to be honest with you. So long as they can get something for the least amount of money, and it looks good enough, that's what they're going to care about. The little guys, the mom and pop things, whether clothing stores or whatever, small product companies, they're looking to do stuff as inexpensively as possible, because they don't want to waste all that money on hiring a photographer, hiring models, hiring, getting product shots. That's expensive to get done right. It's so much less expensive for them to go like, oh, let's just do it with AI. Coca-Cola did a whole commercial with AI, and yes, there were some people grumbling about, oh, it doesn't look great. You can tell it's not AI, but I'm sure those weren't the people that are buying Coke. Coca-Cola customer is a Coca-Cola customer, and they don't care what the commercial looks like, really. They just see it's like, oh, it's okay. It's a wow factor. It's like, oh, okay. It's a commercial for Coke. I know Coca-Cola. I buy Coca-Cola. I'm not going to change anything. That's just going to happen more and more, because people don't really, in the end of the day, people don't care if it's AI or if it's real or whatever. They'll just get used to it, seeing AI pictures, and they'll stop even thinking about it. So it's a matter of being unique in your own way. I'm trying to figure that out, but yeah, it's going to be a very different world going forward. Just again, that's why I got this little plastic thing, because it's just gonna. I think it's gonna. It's well. First of all, it's fun. These things are really fun. I got a filter on here. I got a yellow filter on here. They're just fun, and they're simple. And you got two apertures, one shutter speed, and it's fun. I'll show you some pictures that I've done so far with it, my first roll, and it's just fun. You don't have to think. You just go out and take a picture. Can't really compose perfectly. You kind of guessing at it, and that's all you can do with this camera is just kind of guess. The lenses aren't sharp, maybe in the middle, but they got light leaks and vignettes and doing all this stuff. But that's what makes them fun, and that's what makes them unique, and that's what makes them not AI. I'm going to be playing around a lot with more of that, seeing what I can do. Please help support this channel. You can go on my website and buy a picture or two. I only offer 3 sizes on my website because it was just easier. A lot of typing to do on the website. If you email me on a picture that you like and you need a different size, I can quote you a price. If you don't want something that's as big as 16 by 20, I do as small as 4 by 6s. I'm playing with some cyanotypes. I'm doing this kind of thing now. So I'm going to be able to make up to probably 9 by 12, 11 and a half, 8.5 by 11. So I'll be able to make prints about 8.5 by 11, cyanotype soon. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty much all set now. I got everything I need, so these are just test prints and small test prints that I've been doing. But yeah, so you can buy me a cup of coffee, subscribe, like, comment. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Especially if you're a professional photographer. Well, I don't know if you'd be watching me if you're a professional photographer, but just kidding. I'm just playing around. What do you think is going to happen to photography? I don't think photography is going to go anywhere. Cameras didn't take away from paintings. Everybody thought cameras were going to oh, painting is now dead. But no, painting is still going great. It's just had to change the way you do things. So photography, you're just going to have to change the way you do things. Well, my mic died at the very end. So anyway, that's why a little bit different setup. Yeah, I think we just have to do things differently. And that's just the way it's going to have to be. So in order to keep doing photography as a profession, again, if you're just doing it for having fun, just keep having fun. That's all you got to keep doing. Doesn't matter, as long as you're having fun. Even if it's still a profession, just have fun, and hopefully everything will kind of work out. But I don't really know what's going to happen. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, follow, do all that stuff. Help out the channel, that kind of thing. I'm trying to do some more here sooner. I keep trying to get stuff just keeps getting in the way. Life. What are you going to do? So I want to, do some videos on printing. I got a decent printer. It's not professional by any means, but it's good. I like it. And I got a little Canon Selfie 1500, which I really love. A little tiny thing, does 4x6 prints that look gorgeous. yeah, so we're going to talk about some printing. I'll maybe do some more stuff on the cyanotypes and going forward, and just keep guys just keep shooting, having fun. You know, if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, I may go a little more in depth to the Holga next time. It's a little camera that I really love, and it's just great. I've had one before. I just got this one again. I think the last one I gave to my brother, so I'm gonna hold on to this one because it's a nice little thing. I really enjoy shooting with it, and I'm taking it out again soon. So thank you very much for watching again. You know, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and see you next time. Take care. Go out and take some pictures. Have some fun.